The Learning Journey, in association with Turn It Up Tuesday, hosted by Ross Audio, presents Did You Know? This week, we will look at a remarkable story of four young children who survived a 40-day ordeal in the Amazon jungle in Colombia after a tragic plane crash. The children's mother and two adults perished in the crash, and this happened sometime in 2023. The siblings survived and were left to fend for themselves. The ordeal started when the Cessna 206 aircraft in which they were traveling crashed due to engine failure. The group was trying to escape threats from an armed group located on ground. The three adults on board, including the children's mother, lost their lives in the crash. Four siblings aged 1, 5, 9, and 13 were the only survivors. The eldest, 13-year-old Lindsay, demonstrated bravery and leadership through the ordeal. Lindsay's knowledge of the jungle and her care for her siblings played a critical role in their survival. Let me say that initially the children ate cassava flour found on the plane. They had relied on seeds and fruits afterwards that they found in the jungle. Of course, these children had knowledge of the jungle. What's so fascinating about this is that the siblings belong to an indigenous group, and with their indigenous wisdom and effort, they were able to survive. Yes, a joint effort was made to rescue these children, and this was done by the military and the indigenous community. The children, when they were rescued, were taken to a military hospital. Yes, they had a few insect bites and minor injury. I'm sure that these children will eventually share their own accounts of their survival. And of course, you know Hollywood. Hollywood is already there. I'm questioning myself. I'm wondering, could I survive for 25 days? I don't think so. I'm just wondering if I could make it to 24 hours. And that's a critical point. The story of the four children surviving 40 days lost in the Amazon is very recent. It's an extraordinary story, filled with resilience, and with their knowledge of the jungle, they were able to really survive. And of course, they got help and were rescued. The story underscores the importance of teaching children basic survival skills and providing them with the knowledge that can help them navigate these challenging situations. Parents should consider teaching their children about the wilderness, survival, including finding food and water, navigating techniques, and so forth. And of course, staying calm under pressure. I live in Florida, and the first thing I want to say is that children should learn to swim based on the accidents that sometimes happen. Another situation is, what steps can parents take to ensure the safety of their children during travel or potentially dangerous environments? In this situation, the plane crash in the story highlights the need for parents to assess the risk associated with travel and, of course, take precautionary actions. Conducting thorough research, following safety guidelines, and avoiding high-stress areas can mitigate potential dangers. Additionally, parents should consider discussing emergency plans with their children and teach them how to seek help in unfamiliar situations. I want to say that the eldest sibling in this story demonstrated remarkable bravery and leadership, which played a crucial role in the survival for her siblings. Parents can foster resilience in their children by encouraging independence, problem-solving, and decision-making skills. Provide your children with opportunities to grow and, of course, allow them to engage in challenging experiences. And remember, always to ensure that you give positive reinforcement. It means you're encouraging your child to develop their confidence that yes, they were from an indigenous community, and of course they gained the knowledge. I am saying to those listening now, have we equipped our children with the ancestral knowledge brought by the generations before us? Remember, we talk about certain healing things that we normally heard our parents say, but not many times we implement it. I still love my busy, my bush tea, my Cersei, and so forth. So we have to encourage children to understand our culture, gain an insight into sustainable practices, traditional survival techniques, and let them have a deep connection with nature. This knowledge can be shared with children to enhance their understanding and respect for a natural world. And finally, these children, of course, will go through a lot of emotional challenges based on their experience. So, as parents looking back, if you ever come across a situation where your child is engaged in something that will cause trauma, seek medical help. It's important that you navigate this. Too often, we do not do that in time. This may involve seeking professional help, such as a therapist, counselor, and providing opportunities for open conversations. Engaging these activities promote healing, resilience, and self-expression and can aid the recovery process. Let me say that the survival of these children for 40 days teaches us one thing, that we need to consider how close we are to our culture and our system of belief that was traditional. In closing, let me say this story is not just a story about survival. It's a story that teaches us that we need to do more to ensure that our children are aware of what's around them or what should be around them in their society. It teaches us the need to ensure whether we're living in the jungle or in the concrete jungle, as they say, to equip our children with the skills needed to navigate where they can find help and who they need to go to in times of crisis. That's all for now. Over to you, Rossi.